Welcome to Dr. Dave's Diner. Real psychology for real people by a real psychologist. You have your coffee?
Painting can be very messy. Try as you might to keep the colors on the palette separate, paint still gets everywhere. Sure, those who paint are targeting the canvas to create a great work of art. However, it also gets on their hands, clothes, face, and sometimes on the floor. Those that watch painters usually stand back a few feet, not always necessarily to see the big picture, rather to avoid getting splattered with some of the precious pigment. Life is a lot like painting. No matter how organized we get, we still make a mess. It gets everywhere. What's more, life's messes usually follow us around. I might clean up one aspect of my life, only to discover the same mess shows up in another context. I might get caught up on my paperwork at the office, but I had to take time away from my family to do it. That creates yet another mess. The time it takes to clean up one mess merely allows the opportunity for another one to develop. Family crises or changes are perfect mess-making opportunities. An unexpected job change, a death in the family, or a violation of family expectations creates a shift in the normal order of things. Life isn't always partitioned in ways that are easily manageable. We don't always know what to do, and neither does anybody else. It's messy. Ironically, some people can get so wrapped up in keeping everything perfectly in order that their effort to maintain order develops into a mess itself. It's often referred to as obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. For these people, despite their efforts to keep everything in line, life actually becomes one big mess, wreaking havoc on everyone around them. Okay, Doc, what's the good news? Great works of art have come from some very messy painters. Making a mess is not the artist's intent. It is simply a byproduct of making a great work of art. The artist is much more focused on the truly important aspect of painting, creating the great work of art that lives on long after the artist is gone. Being organized and keeping everything in its rightful place is important, but only as it relates to the beauty of the final painting. Life parallels this artistic posture. If we focus solely on keeping things in order, preventing any sort of mess from developing, then we haven't got our eye on the important aspect of life, the big picture of living. If the artist is more worried about not making a mess, he would never be able to concentrate on the painting, and it likely would never get finished. The artist knows he can't avoid making a mess, so he makes time to clean up after each session. Keep your eye on what is important and don't focus so much on the messiness of life. Know that life is messy, and though we may occasionally need to put on our rubber gloves and get cleaning, we are more about creating a great work of art, and that is living a great life, and not so much making it about the mess. Life, like painting, is messy, but it's guaranteed you'll never achieve anything, you'll never create anything, if you are too afraid to make a mess. So, what do, Doc? Get out your palette and start painting.
I'm clinical psychologist David NieKamp, and you've been listening to Dr. Dave's Diner. You can find me at dr.daves.diner@gmail.com. Come back next week and bring a friend. We will serve you up something good. In the meantime, enjoy what life brings you one day at a time. We'll see you then.